Hello, my name is Anthony Smitha. I'm a security specialist at Monustay, a managed security services provider. Every day, we strive to protect a customer's digital assets and IT infrastructure. Mobile device security. It is something that is, it's thought of. You want your cell phone to be secure, so you lock it up with a PIN. That's cool. Yeah. You don't allow apps to be randomly installed upon your mobile device. You want to set up passwords on it. You know, all these are good practices. However, it's also a good idea to keep your mobile devices, as much as you can, of course, separate for their separate purposes. So, generally speaking, it's not a good idea to keep personal data and work data on the same mobile device. These days, you kind of can't help it. Most people don't have two cell phones or two iPads or two laptops or something along those lines that they do two different jobs on. Some people do have that luxury. Those people who have that luxury should be very careful to not, you know, have data cross between the devices. So you wouldn't sign in with your personal account on your work device, and vice versa. You wouldn't sign in with your work account on your personal device. Because not everyone can afford the luxury of two cell phones, two tablets, two laptops, then a very good second option would be to make sure that those devices have safeguards around the data. And that could be as simple as simply on a laptop setting up a work profile and a home profile, and then making sure that your administrator profile is the primary profile or neither, that your administrator profile is a third profile that is separate from everything else, and its sole job is installing software or providing updates. But then that profile itself is not connected into your work system. It's not connected into your personal system, so that it's entirely separate. These are all ideals. Obviously, we can't. It's very difficult to put these into practice if you're not actually the owner of your laptop. So, in the case of you having a laptop from work, it's more than likely that you do not have admin rights over it. Great. So then the security of that device is managed by your either your security team or your IT team or something along those lines. But then don't add your personal data into your work device, because what happens then? Then let's say, for instance, you have family pictures. Let's use that as an example. You have family pictures. Now they are stored in your corporate environment. And when you leave, what happens? Now, your family pictures are stored in the corporate environment still, unless you know that they're there. Extract them and take them with you. But then they're probably in the corporate environment backups. So, that's not a good practice. Alternately, you have your home laptop. Should you sign into your corporate environment on your home laptop? I would suggest no. Okay, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you have to. But then again, try to keep those profiles separate. And then as best as you can, try to work in a corporate environment in as isolated an instance as you can. So let's say, for instance, you're working with cloud-hosted data, work in an isolated browser. If that has to be within one profile, then that has to be within one profile. But keep it as isolated as you can to make sure that that data does not try to absorb your personal data, or vice versa, that you put your personal data into your corporate account. Keeping the two as isolated as possible is good for your company's security, and it's good for your peace of mind. And also in the event that your personal credentials get compromised, then you haven't also put your corporate credentials at risk, or vice versa. Trying to keep them as separate as possible will prevent as much data bleed over as you can. And on top of all that, it will also help keep your passwords more secure because they're also separated from each other. If you'd like to learn more, please give us a call at 703-988-7221 or visit our website at www.manustay.net. Have a blessed day.